One shot, one kill, no luck, all skill, or in the case of Sniper Elite Resistance, one shot, one third-person shooter that tries to bring back the nostalgia of PS2 and PS3 era stealth games, but ultimately falls flat in almost every other area, proving that a nostalgic feel doesn't always end well. Lock, load, and set your sights in the shoes of Harry Hawker, an elite sniper tasked with preventing the Nazis from completing a super weapon that could put an end to World War II. Luckily for you, there's no problem that can't be solved with a well-placed nutshot. As you may have guessed, Sniper Elite primarily focuses on stealth and patience, to find the perfect opportunity to eliminate your target rather than running and gunning your way through every situation. Knowing when to strike is crucial for completing your mission. Do I risk an alarm by taking him out in the open, or do I wait until an opportunity presents itself to mask my presence and provide an easier escape route? Each of the vast sandbox locations offers a wide array of alternate routes and situations to complete your objectives. You can scout out an area in an attempt to find the perfect vantage point, only to uncover a hidden document that details a routine your target has to set up the perfect accident. I often replayed some of the same missions over and over, just trying to uncover all the possible different routes I could have taken. It almost would have been an enjoyable experience if everything else wasn't painfully copy and pasted from the previous titles. There's very little to differentiate itself from the previous Sniper Elite 5. Same weapons, enemy types, gameplay features, and even mission objectives all feel like they've just been copy and pasted from the previous Sniper Elite. Nothing really changed. It's not a big issue if this is your first time playing the series, but for those who are coming back, it feels less like a new entry into the series and more like a spin-off DLC. Sadly, at times, even Harry feels like just another copy. I would have thought his Jason Statham-esque personality and voice acting would set him apart from the usual Carl Fairburn, but after a while, it seems like even that couldn't save him from just being just another generic copy. I did, however, enjoy the return of the Axis Invasion mode, which in many ways is the true saving grace of Resistance. Having to complete my objectives while constantly looking over my shoulders and trying to outsmart the invader added a new depth of challenge and engagement that made even the most mundane sections a tense battle of wits. It gets even better when you're the invader hunting down the enemy player. Nothing feels better than tracking down the enemy player and catching him by surprise using a route or vantage point you discovered during your playtime, or vice versa. This tense game of Sniper Cat and Sniper Mouse almost makes up for Resistance's abysmally lackluster everything if the final nail in the coffin wasn't the laughably embarrassing graphical design that looks like it's stuck in the early PS3 era. Characters are often extremely rough to look at with their dead face expressions and jagged textures. Environments lack any sort of care or polish that most titles of this generation are accustomed to. More often than not, sometimes I manage to clip through the floor a few times when performing certain actions. But hey, at least the ragdoll physics breaks up the monotony and offers a nice laugh from time to time, and the X-ray shots as well. You can never get tired of seeing your sniper round come out of your barrel and make its way out the other side of a Nazi soldier's skull. Sniper Elite Resistance isn't a bad game. For the most part, it's just a game that copies almost every aspect from the previous iterations and doesn't do much to change from it. If it's your first time playing the series, the Axis invitations and X-ray shots alone might make you want to give this a try, but beyond that, don't expect much from the roughly 30-hour campaign and subsequent bare-bones multiplayer that doesn't really add much to the experience besides the typical who can score the most points. Sniper Elite Resistance manages to shoot a measly 5
Welcome to the Resistance.
out of 10.